Hi everybody, my name is Linh, and I'm very excited to be here to enjoy this project. Thank Joachim, and now I interview about traditional Vietnam Adao singing, and after I use my language Vietnamese, and Thank translate for me. Overview, like the histories of Adao singing, about the name and the meaning of this art form that considered as the oldest form, the singing form of the Vietnamese, that's still passed down until today. It started in the 11th century, and it developed in about 15th century. At the beginning, it started in the royal palace and for high class and intellectuals, and then it spreads to
the people,
to life. Yeah, and then it developed in a urban temple that appreciate the two ancestors of this art form. Một cái thì ở Hà Nội và một cái thì ở khu vực Hà Tĩnh là miền Trung của Việt Nam. One is in Hanoi, and another one is a small village in center Vietnam. Today, most people abroad they know one name. It's called Ca Chu. However, in Vietnam, we have a lot of different names for this singing. Each name has a different meaning. It might address to the space where the artist perform at, or it can be the format of the performance. However, all of them is only about this art form, this singing. Thứ nhất là tên gọi hát Ả Đào. This is the first name. Ả Đào. Ả Đào có nghĩa là chỉ cái tên của cái người phụ nữ diễn xướng trong cái loại hình nghệ thuật này. In fact, it's a name of the woman who performed this art form. Đây là loại hình nghệ thuật mà hát ở trong cung vua. The second name is Cửa Quyền. Hát Cửa Quyền. Cửa Quyền. The meaning is about the space where they perform. Is at the royal palace. So the third name is Cửa Đình. It's also about the venue, communal place that they perform this singing, and the communal place is the place where they the place that they organized ceremony to remember the people who protect the village, the community, or have to teach the job to people for living. So Ca Chu is the most popular name that people ever heard. Before each performance, they will prepare this bronze bowl. Yeah, and with all this bamboo stick, and then they write the value of money, the number of money on this bamboo stick, and when the singer when the singer and the player they play very well, then they will throw one of each bamboo stick to this bronze bowl, and it's like a compliment. and probably later they can get money from it.
Và cuối mỗi cái chầu hát thì bao nhiêu thẻ chù thì sẽ tương ứng với cái số tiền thù lao của các ca nương kép đàn sẽ nhận được.
So at the end of the performance, they will get the money by counting the number of this bamboo stick.
Ở cái hình thức thưởng trực tiếp như thế thì sẽ làm cho người ca nương kép đàn luôn phải cố gắng hát thật hay để mình có thể được thưởng nhiều tiền.
So this make the artists have to do their best to get more bamboo stick as possible. Yeah, at the beginning.
Bắt đầu luôn.
At the beginning of this art form, there was kind of private school that they taught this singing and music to the younger generations or the relative, but not to people out of the family.
Người ngoài nếu muốn vào học thì sẽ phải giống như là nhận con nuôi gửi lại cho mình cái hình thức đó thì mới sẽ là vào trong.
So when the young artists are ready to perform in public, then from each performance they have to save a small amount of the artist fee and give it back to the teacher to show the respect and the gratefulness. So the meaning of the name Cô Đầu, Cô, the first word means the singer, right? And Đầu, it means the first artist fee. The setting of each performance will include three people, three artists. One who the singer, the instrumentalist, and a drummer or percussion. So they consider as four instruments because the singer will play the wooden block while she's singing. Different genre of music. Then đàn đáy can be used only in Ả Đào. So in the beginning time, the percussion were played by audience, and they could be just an audience, or they can be the host who invites artists to their house, or it can be a poet or an intellectual. It can present as a compliment or a critic from the player. If it's a compliment, they play it on the side, on the wooden side, and they can play one or two, or it means good or very good. They can play it on the skin, then it's just to fill in the form, maybe like 4 measure or 8 measures. But if they play it only on the skin, it will be the critic. So they have to know the rule and when and where they can play. This wooden block is played by the singer when she sings.
Nó có thể được làm bằng gỗ hoặc làm bằng tre.
It can be made from wood or bamboo. Will be always on the left, and another round will be separated into two. Will be always on the right. So the wooden block is considered as the second voice, and sometimes it also gives the command to the instrumentalist or even to the singer himself. There are different parts in each song, so it can be praise or kind of chanting. And other part they play only the wooden block, or another part they can combine the singing with the wooden block.
Đình bao nhiêu ngói ấy mây thương mình bấy nhiêu ta dù hời.
The first thing they have to do is to speak or to pronounce the word very clearly, and then the second step will be how to do the vibrations or the ornament. Because according to the Vietnamese language, we have 6 tones. So when the different tones come, then the singer have to be sure that word to be understood very clearly first. Nowadays we have just more than 30.
Có những làn điệu thì nó sẽ chỉ có một lời thơ thôi, nhưng có những làn điệu thì nó có rất nhiều lời thơ.
Lời thơ, bài
như là một bài.
There are some songs that they use only one poem, but also it can also be a combination of different poems. Here's Nom language, which was developed from Han language from China, and this is like the root from Han language, and then we developed this language, which we used it before the alphabet that we use nowadays.
Tay trái thì sẽ tà rục. Thì bất kể khi nào xuất hiện cái chữ này thì sẽ đánh là right left, tà rục. F nghĩa là phách thì tôi sẽ đánh một tiếng ở bên tay phải.
F will be for the right hand, just one time.
C thì tôi sẽ đánh cả hai tay cùng một lúc.
Chát. C should play two hands.
Phách nó chỉ có 3 ký hiệu này thôi ạ. Tà rục, phách, chát.
For the wooden block, they have only 3 symbols. It means left or hand or both.
Thì ví dụ như cái dòng này là một cái khổ phách đi kèm với hát ạ.
This line is for one measure of the một khổ tức là 4 ô hay là một ô.
Một khổ là một cái môn đường, một cái đoạn đấy. Một cái đoạn gì đấy, một đoạn phách.
Kind of sentence.
Yeah, it's like one sentence for the wooden block. So this one here.
Những cái tên này nó sẽ có tên, và khi có những cái khổ này được viết ra thì sẽ có trống và đàn sẽ đi cùng với nhau đấy.
So according to this symbol for one phrase, then the instrumentalist will join in with the instrument.
Người đã hát lâu thì họ sẽ có thể biến tấu kiểu phách, vẫn là 6 nhịp trước khi vào chữ chát này, họ có thể biến thành một kiểu phách khác, thì tôi sẽ gõ 2 kiểu để quý vị xem.
So for the beginner, they will do very simple like this, and after a while they can develop it to be more complicated like this. And now she will present two.
Sao để cùng cái điểm chát này sẽ giống nhau.
But this point we always have to be the same.
Kiểu thứ nhất ạ là
now's the first.
Tà rục, phách, phách, tà rục, phách, phách, chát, phách, phách. Còn kiểu số 2 tôi sẽ đọc trước. Phách rục, phách, phách, tà rục, phách, phách, phách rục, phách, phách, chát, phách, phách.
This one is the black one.
Okay, sorry. Phách rục, phách, phách, tà rục, phách, phách, phách rục, phách, phách, chát, phách, phách. Tuyết, tuyết. Kiểu thứ nhất
is the simple, the first.
Hồng hồng tuyết tuyết. Đấy là kiểu thứ hai ạ.
Second.
Và có thể sẽ có rất là nhiều kiểu biến phách khác nhau. Hoặc là tôi có thể
also be developed in many different.
Hoặc tôi có thể sắp xếp cái đoạn, cả cái đoạn phách này lên từ trước hoặc phía sau chữ hát.
This phrase can be moved to another part.
Bởi sao mà hiện nay ít người Việt biết về bộ môn nghệ thuật này.
So now I'm talking about the master singers and players, and shortly about the reason why today these art forms are not popular to be known by a lot of people.
Đây là hình ảnh của những người đào nương kép đàn rất là nổi tiếng, tài danh của thế kỷ 20 mà chúng tôi lưu lại được hình ảnh. Có rất nhiều những nghệ sĩ nổi tiếng nhưng mà chỉ có những người.
There's only this woman are still alive.
Yes.
And still alive, and then until now she's 93 years old. 76 when the North and the South of Vietnam united. Right. Yeah. Then there was a professor, Trần Văn Khê. He's a researcher, Vietnamese researcher, but he lived in France, and then he returned to the country to make a research about Ả Đào.
Nghiên cứu về nghệ thuật Việt Nam và đến thu âm hai bài này.
Research on Vietnamese traditional Vietnamese music, and to record this master. Và ông mang cái băng thu âm này ra dự các cái cuộc liên hoan tại nước ngoài, và những cái băng này thì ở mỗi kỳ liên hoan quốc tế thì đều đạt những cái giải thưởng rất là cao.
So he brought the recording of this master abroad and to participate in a lot of festival and always received a high prize.
Và khi mà nghệ thuật hát ả đào được thế giới công nhận và họ thấy hay, thì bắt đầu nhà nước Việt Nam mới quay trở lại, giống như là thế giới thấy hay thế thì chúng tôi bắt đầu muốn khôi phục lại, và từ đó thì cái nghệ thuật này được biết đến như là một cái bộ môn rất là quý báu của Việt Nam cũng như của nhân loại.
Due to the prize that this recording received, and it was acknowledged in international festival. Then the government in Vietnam, they start to think twice about this art form, and they want to preserve it. The master, but when Linh, when I came to learn singing with this woman, this master, he also tried to teach Linh to
hòa đàn cùng hát để cụ đàn cho mình.
Yes, so he also played for Linh to sing together, to have a good feeling between music and singing.
Và cái thời điểm đầu mà khi mà tôi tìm đến với các cụ thì
as a cultural heritage, and
và chính phủ Việt Nam bắt đầu thực sự có những cái hành động
and the government start to have actions to try to preserve them.
Tất cả là toàn bộ phần.
Can you sing one song more?
Could you tell us what it's about, the song?
The direct meaning is there's a poet when he crossed street and he saw a lady who carried her baby, and then he said that in 15 years I come back here and I marry the girl, the small girl. But then as time goes by and he didn't come back, and then when he could come back, that young lady already got married.
How do you learn the melody, or if there is a kind of notation for this? Because you explained it very well, the rhythmical part, but I am curious, or maybe I missed that part. What about the melody?
When I studied with the master, she was 80 years old, and certainly they didn't have any books or documents to teach. So at the time I had to bring a recorder, either recorder or handphone, to record what she sang. And then I went home, listened to it again and again, and to repeat, try to learn it. And 1 week after, I came to meet her, and then she corrected me directly. In traditional Vietnamese music, the ornament is very diverse and very rich. So to notate a song is somehow is very difficult because each time they will change. So there are two aspects that they have to follow: the melody and the word. So if the word with the low tone, very low tone, and the melody was on the high octave, then she has to sing the low as a word first, and then make the ornament to the high melody.
Ví dụ dấu sắc thì dễ là vào chữ tuyết luôn nữa. Tuyết tuyết. Còn nếu mà chữ địa, vũ địa, sẽ là xuống thấp xong lên cao.
Thank you so much for your presentation. I would like to ask our Vietnamese guest, what does the word master means? So, which is the Vietnamese word for it, and what is the meaning? And then I was just curious. You said that nowadays musicians are playing these instruments. So, can they critique the singer as guest or as the host at earlier times? Like, could they say, "Oh, now you are playing, you are singing great"? It's about that instrument is the question.
Yeah. So the first about master, they mean it's a bit like how you call artisan, that the person who is not educated in academy, but they learn themselves and they develop.
Họ là người mà có tài năng đặc biệt ở trong dân chúng.
Yeah, they develop themselves according to experience, with a bamboo stick, so the audience can always, without writing the amount of money on it, because they already have to buy the ticket at the gate, at the door, but we still want to preserve the culture, the art, so audience can always throw the bamboo stick whenever they feel they have good feeling.
Some poets, they know the rules. How do they know the rules? And when they know the rules, so she can sing new texts for old
There's
songs.
a scale for the melody for each song. So according to that, so we have to consider two aspects. One is the melody, the high tone or low tones, and also to the tones in language in the poem.
Is there kind of a catalogue of exercises, or how do you learn the technique? You know, the singing technique, the production of the sound.
For singing, yeah. That we teach some very basic skill, like for the breathing, or to keep the air down, and after speaking clearly the word, then we have to keep the sound in the throat and make the vibration in the throat, not open without opening the mouth. But there's no catalog for exercise.
Is there a reason why you say the word and then close the mouth and want to keep the sound? Is it like because of the nature of the language, or is it something deeper?
All the time, normally the performance took place at the communal places or like temple, so they had to sing through the night, and it needs a lot of energy. But this one, due to the special aspect that they have to dedicate themselves to God and through the night, so they have to keep the air inside just to save energy.